My husband wants me to be everything, so he can be nothing. Myself, F33, and my husband, M39, have been together for almost 9 years now, and our relationship has been getting more difficult as the years go by. My husband has unreal expectations from me, meaning that he wants me to be everything to him just so he can have an easier life. I know that sounds unrealistic, but it is all true. For example, I take care of my husband when he is sick, but he doesn't take care of me. When he is sick, or if something happens at work, I make sure to cancel any plans/errands I wanted to do and take care of him the entire time. I get him medicine, take him to bed, make him proper meals. With me, I make sure you are completely pampered when sick. Then when I am sick, I do not get the same treatment. He doesn't call out of work. Instead, he expects me to handle everything at home while I am sick. I remember, I had a dangerously high fever and was starving, so I struggled to get myself out of bed to make myself soup. He stayed on the couch playing his Xbox and saw me in the kitchen. Instead of helping me, he asked me to make him soup as well, along with some noodles. Then if I show the slightest bit of improvement of my health, he would ask me to do errands for him. Another example is that he is constantly buying things from Amazon because of his many hobbies. I try to be supportive of his interest, but when something comes up that is defective, he asks me to return it for him. Once our apartment elevator broke, and we live on the 6th floor. He ordered a scooter that turned out to be the wrong model. Instead of doing it himself, he asked me to do it. I lectured him to do it, but he just pouts/whines/complains that he doesn't want to travel to the UPS store on his work day. I asked him to do it on his day off, and he said he just wants to relax on his day off and do nothing. I go to the UPS store so often that the workers recognize me all the time. When I am sick and he needs something returned, he doesn't do it himself. He just holds it off until I am well so I would do it. Then when he ordered something, he let me know it was downstairs and refused to get it himself. Once an order came an hour after I left for work, and he asked me to get it, even though he is home the rest of the day. When I came home exhausted, he didn't even greet me. He just asked where his package was. Then there is cooking. He has never once cooked. I am not expecting him to be a master chef, but at least simple dishes, but he refuses to do it. I still handle the cooking when I am exhausted from work or doing errands. I work an intense labor job with overnight hours, so I am always tired from work. Instead of helping me, as soon as I go home, I have to cook breakfast and prepare his lunch for work. Also, wake him up, because he refuses to set an alarm for himself. Then if I am too tired to cook and we agree on takeout, I have to get it. So I travel constantly despite how I feel emotionally and physically. Of course, the cleaning. A hobby he has is handiwork, and he is good at it. But he leaves his tools everywhere. There is sawdust, metal shavings, plastic scraps, just everything everywhere. He does what he wants and then leaves it a mess. I have stepped on his tools so many times and he whines that I should watch where I am going. Then ask me when is the next time I am cleaning. I told him, it's his mess, clean it up yourself. Of course, he does his usual pouts/whines/complains routine and doesn't do it. As of now, I haven't cleaned our home in 2 weeks and the mess is still there. Another thing is that he has so many hobbies and collectibles that take up the majority of space in our home. So much so, I cannot buy anything for myself because there is no room. I am serious that all my stuff can fit in my closet. When his family visits, of course they notice how messy our home is. He just says that I am in charge of the cleaning and teases me in front of his family, which is just insulting. Oh, his family loves me and knows that all of the junk in our home is his. So, don't start hating them. The main problem is his laziness. He won't pick up his medicine from his doctor every month. I do it. He won't pick up presents for family/friend occasions. I do it. Lastly, our physical relationship. I made a post about this, but I'll make this brief. My husband is lazy and selfish in our physical relationship. He won't do foreplay. He expects me to be ready when he is ready. When he did try in the past, he wouldn't listen to what I like and rushed everything and mocked me. Now, he just expects me to handle myself instead of him trying. He wants us to always be in doggy position and doesn't move at all. I move the entire time. Then it got lazier where he expects to sit on his computer chair and watch porn while I am under the table doing all the moving. This is new though. I had a talk with him that I do not enjoy our sex life at all. I don't feel satisfied and I don't feel loved. I feel hurt. Physically, no foreplay makes a lot of pain. I feel sad because I feel like an object. I reminded him we had this talk a lot and each time, it just gets worse. I told him in the past, I hate to fake my orgasms just so the sex can be over. The pain was too much. So now, he wants me to go back to lying that I am enjoying it, so he can have ignorance is bliss complex. That hurt because again, he doesn't want to try to make it better. My body is in pain and cringes at the thought of sex with him, and he doesn't care. Now, he wants a child. That scares me because if he is too lazy to cook, clean, take care of himself, how does he expect a baby to be? I know it will just be me taking care of our child the entire time. The only thing he would most like to do is play with them. There are the hard times of changing diapers, feeding, crying all hours of the night and day, handling funding for clothes, education. It's a lifelong change, but he isn't grasping that. The only thing he is focused on is that my chest is supposed to get bigger when I get pregnant. He loves big chests, and I am very small. I do love the idea of being a mother, but not under these conditions. I am so unhappy that I go to bed crying. I shower crying. I just cry so much every day. My husband says he loves me, but he only loves that I take care of him,